ladies and gentlemen, today I want to ask you a simple but profound question. Why not you? Too often in life, we look around and see others achieving greatness, and we wonder why it isn't happening for us. We wonder why we can't break through the barriers that seem to hold us back. We wonder why we aren't living the life we dream of. But today I challenge you to stop asking why them and start asking, why not me? You see, life was not designed for some to succeed and others to fail. It was not meant for a select few to discover their purpose while the rest of us remain wandering in confusion. No, my friends. The universe, or whatever you may call it, has equipped you with everything you need to succeed. There is purpose in your existence. There is potential within you. The first step in achieving greatness is recognizing that you were created for a purpose. You were not born by accident. Your gifts, talents, and passions have been woven into the fabric of your being to fulfill a unique destiny. And that destiny is waiting for you to embrace it, to step into it, to claim it. But here's where many people fall short. They allow their circumstances to dictate their future. They look at their background, their past mistakes, or the limitations they face, and they decide that greatness is not for them. I'm here to tell you today, those are false narratives. Your circumstances do not define you. Your identity is not in what you've been through, but in what you are capable of becoming. You are not bound by your past. You are not limited by the opinions of others. The key to unlocking your greatness is vision. Vision is a driving force behind all great achievements. Without vision, you are like a ship adrift on the open sea, lost, uncertain, and without direction. But when you have a clear vision for your life, every step you take is purposeful. Vision empowers you to rise above obstacles, to push through setbacks, and to remain focused on your true calling. Aaron, so I ask you, what is your vision? Where are you going? Now, let me be clear. This journey will not be without challenges. There will be times when fear knocks at your door, when doubt creeps into your mind, and when it seems easier to give up. But those are the moments when you must press forward. Fear is not the enemy. Inaction is the enemy. Fear is only a temporary feeling. Your purpose, your potential, and your destiny are permanent. Don't let fear control you. Conquer it by deciding right now that you will not let fear dictate your life. And in every decision you make, know this. Your decisions today shape your tomorrow. Don't wait for the world to give you permission. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Your future is not something that happens by chance. It is a result of the decisions you make today. You are capable of more than you realize. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, to develop the resilience needed for the next level. Don't shy away from difficulty. Embrace it. Challenges are not your enemies. They are the tools that shape you into the person you need to be in order to fulfill your purpose. Your life is about legacy. It's about what you leave behind, the impact you have on others, and the difference you make in the world. Your greatness is not just for you, it is for the generations to come. What will they say about you? What will your life teach them? It all starts with you. You must believe in yourself. You must believe that you are worthy of success. You must believe that greatness is your birthright. Without that belief, you will never take the steps needed to reach your potential. Purpose is the foundation upon which everything in your life must be built. Without a clear sense of purpose, your existence becomes aimless, and your potential lies dormant. You were not created just to occupy space on this earth. You were born with a reason, with a destiny that is uniquely yours. Understanding and embracing your purpose is not just a luxury, it is a necessity for a meaningful, fulfilling life. Too many people go through life without ever asking themselves, what am I here for? Instead, they allow the world to dictate their path, following the expectations of society, family, or peers. But the reality is that you are not here to conform to the world's standards or live according to someone else's vision. You have your own distinct path, your own special contribution to make. When you fail to discover and pursue your purpose, you are not only denying yourself fulfillment, but you are depriving the world of the unique gifts only you can offer. Purpose is what gives you clarity and direction. It acts as a compass that keeps you moving forward, even when the road ahead seems unclear or challenging. When you know your purpose, you know why you get out of bed every morning. It fuels your passion, drives your actions, and determines the choices you make. Without it, every decision becomes a guessing game, and you may end up feeling lost or frustrated, unsure of why things aren't working out the way you hoped. Your purpose isn't something that is given to you from the outside. It's already inside of you, embedded in the very fabric of who you are. Your talents, your strengths, your interests, your experiences, all of these have shaped and continue to shape your purpose. The key is to recognize and nurture these aspects of yourself so that you can align them with the greater vision of your life. It's about becoming aware of who you truly are and understanding the impact you are meant to have on the world. Once you know your purpose, everything else begins to fall into place. Opportunities will start to present themselves, and you will find yourself more determined and confident in your decisions. Challenges will no longer feel like obstacles to be avoided. They will become the stepping stones that shape you into the person you need to be in order to fulfill your purpose. It's purpose that gives you the resilience to overcome setbacks. Because when you are clear on why you are here, no setback can derail your journey. But discovering your purpose requires intentionality. It's not something that happens by chance. It takes time. It takes time, reflection, and an openness to learning about yourself. You must be willing to look within and ask the hard questions. What am I passionate about? What makes me feel alive? What do I want to contribute to the world? Purpose doesn't come from external validation or fame. It comes from your inner alignment with your deepest desires and values. The beautiful thing about purpose is that it's not something fixed or static. It evolves. As you grow, learn, and experience life, your understanding of your purpose deepens and expands. What you thought your purpose was in one season of your life may look different in another, but the underlying thread remains the same. You are here for a reason. It is only when you live in alignment with your purpose that you will feel true fulfillment. Without it, no amount of success, wealth, or recognition will bring you the peace and satisfaction you seek. Purpose connects you to something bigger than yourself. It gives you meaning that transcends material achievements. It allows you to contribute to the world in a way that is authentic to who you are. If you don't know your purpose yet, don't be discouraged. It's not something that should be rushed or forced. It takes patience and self-awareness to uncover. But when you commit to seeking your purpose, to aligning your life with it, you begin the process of unlocking your true potential. And that is the most powerful journey you can embark on. So I ask you, how will you begin to discover and live in your purpose today? What steps will you take to make sure that by the end of your life, you can confidently say that you lived with intention, that you lived with purpose? This is your challenge, to find, to know, and to live your purpose fully. Only then will you truly begin to understand the magnitude of your life. Your identity is the very essence of who you are, and it's the foundation of everything you will ever achieve. Too often, people live their lives according to external definitions. What society expects of them, what others think of them, or what they believe they should be based on the standards set by the world around them. But true identity is not found in what the world says you are. It is found within you, deep inside your heart, in the unique qualities that make you who you are. Your identity is not based on your circumstances, your past, or anyone else's opinion of you. It is a reflection of your intrinsic value and the purpose you were born to fulfill. When you don't fully understand your identity, you become vulnerable to the pressures and opinions of others. You begin to compare yourself to others, measuring your worth against what they have, what they do, or what they've achieved. This comparison can lead to frustration, self-doubt, and feelings of inadequacy. But when you fully understand who you are, when you are rooted in your true identity, you are no longer swayed by the opinions of others. You begin to see your life through the lens of your own unique calling, not through the lens of external expectations. Your potential is closely tied to your identity. The truth is not something that is external or separate from you. It is something inherent within you, a part of who you are. The truth is that you are capable of far more than you realize. The greatness that lies within you has yet to be fully unlocked. The question is not whether or not you have potential, but whether you are willing to believe in it, nurture it, and take the necessary steps to bring it to fruition. Every person has a unique set of talents, gifts, and abilities. But these gifts do not exist for your own enjoyment or comfort alone. They exist to be developed, expanded, and used to serve a higher purpose. Your potential is not limited by what you currently know or can do. It is limitless, shaped by your willingness to learn, grow, and embrace new challenges. But understanding your identity is the key to unlocking that potential. When you know who you are and accept the greatness that resides within you, you stop seeing challenges as barriers. Instead, you begin to see them as opportunities to stretch, grow, and reveal the depths of your untapped potential. Too many people limit themselves because they fail to recognize the power of their own identity. They see themselves through the lens of failure, or they let past mistakes define their future. They forget that their identity is not tied to their past, but to their potential. Each day is a new opportunity to step into a version of yourself that is aligned with your highest potential. Your identity does not reside in your failures, but in your ability to rise above them, to learn from them, and to continue moving forward toward your purpose. You must also realize that your identity and potential are not to be compared with anyone else's. The world encourages comparison, making us believe that success means following someone else's path. But the truth is that the world needs your unique gifts, your particular voice, your specific perspective. No one else can be you. No one else can fulfill your purpose the way you can. Your identity is a unique fingerprint that sets you apart from everyone else, and your potential is as vast and unique as you are. It is only when you embrace your individuality and stop trying to be someone else that you can begin to step into your true potential. Understanding and accepting your identity also involves shedding the limiting beliefs that may have been placed on you by others or by yourself. Many people grow up with false ideas about who they are or what they can do. Perhaps someone told you that you weren't good enough or that your dreams were too big. Maybe life experiences have taught you to settle for less than you deserve. These limitations are not your truth. The truth is that you have everything within you to achieve greatness. Your identity is not defined by limitations. It is defined by your potential to overcome them. The beauty of realizing your identity and potential is that it allows you to live with purpose, passion, and authenticity. It gives you the clarity to make decisions that align with who you truly are, rather than decisions made out of fear or external pressure. Your potential is meant to be fully realized, but it can only be unlocked when you are committed to understanding yourself, accepting yourself, and believing in yourself. It's important to remember that your identity is not something static. It is constantly evolving. As you grow and develop, so too does your understanding of who you are and what you are capable of achieving. This journey of self-discovery and growth is a lifelong process. And with every new step, you move closer to fully realizing your potential. The key to unlocking your potential is rooted in the belief that you have a unique identity, that you are capable of extraordinary things, and that your life is not an accident. You have everything you need within you. When you recognize that, when you believe that, you will begin to take the actions necessary to bring your potential to life. Your identity and your potential are your greatest assets. And when you learn to align with them, there is no limit to what you can achieve. The idea of limits is one of the greatest illusions that people allow to control their lives. From the time we are born, society, family, and sometimes even our own minds set boundaries around what we can and cannot do. These limits are often disguised as practical concerns, fears, or protective measures. But in reality, these limits are not truths. They are mere perceptions. When you begin to understand that limits are not inherent in who you are, you free yourself to live at your fullest potential. The truth is, there are no limits on your life except the ones you place there yourself. So often we let the world tell us what is possible. We look at the challenges around us, the circumstances we were born into, or the obstacles we currently face, and we draw conclusions about what we can and cannot accomplish. We hear stories of others who have faced similar circumstances and have succeeded, and we think, that's for them, but not for me. We allow the comparison to become a barrier, telling ourselves that we don't have the same opportunities, resources, or abilities. But when you understand that you were born with infinite potential, you begin to realize that you are not bound by any external limitation. One of the biggest sources of self-imposed limitations is fear. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of judgment. Fear has the power to keep us stuck, to keep us from moving forward, and to keep us from realizing our dreams. But fear is not the enemy. It is a signal, it is a sign that we are pushing against the boundaries of what we've known, and it is a call to rise above the comfort zone that keeps us small. Fear exists when we are stepping into something new, something unknown, and that is where growth happens. It's in these moments that we must choose to move forward in spite of the fear, knowing that the only true limit is the one we allow fear to impose on us. Our mindsets are another key factor in the limitations we face. We often think that our potential is confined to what we know right now or what we've been taught in the past. The truth is, your mind is capable of much more than you realize. The limits of knowledge and skills are not permanent. They are temporary, and can be expanded. When you adopt a mindset that believes there is always room to grow, that there is always more to learn and achieve, you begin to push past the boundaries you thought were there. The world is full of opportunities, and the only thing that can stop you is your own willingness to break free from outdated beliefs about what is possible for you. There is a tendency to believe that we are limited by our circumstances. We may think, if only I had a better background, more resources, or a different set of circumstances, then I could succeed. But the most successful individuals in history didn't have perfect circumstances. They had the courage and determination to transcend them. It is not your circumstances that define your potential, but your ability to rise above them. People who have overcome great adversity are often the ones who realize that the circumstances they face are not the limits. They are the foundation upon which they can build something even greater. We also need to confront the limitations we place on our own dreams. We tell ourselves that we can't aim too high, that we shouldn't aspire to greatness, or that our goals are too big. We have been conditioned to believe that settling for what's realistic is the safer option. But let me ask you this: who determines what is realistic? The truth is, no one has the authority to tell you what you are capable of, except you. When you allow your dreams to be confined by what others deem possible, you're essentially living according to someone else's limitations. But when you choose to dream without boundaries, when you give yourself permission to imagine the impossible, you open the door to extraordinary possibilities. Think about the things that have been accomplished throughout history that were once thought impossible. The ability to fly, to travel to the moon, to communicate instantly across the globe. These were once beyond belief, yet they became reality because someone dared to believe that there were no limits. The people who achieved these feats didn't have more talent or resources than anyone else. They simply believed that the limits others saw were not the limits they had to accept. They pushed against the boundaries of what was thought possible, and they changed the course of history. If you are to live without limits, you must learn to look at life with a perspective that sees opportunity instead of barriers. You must learn to trust in your ability to find a way, no matter how many obstacles stand in front of you. When you shift your mindset, when you break free from the chains of self-doubt, fear, and limitation, you begin to see that the world is full of possibilities. The challenges you face are not there to hold you back. They are there to prepare you, to strengthen you, and to reveal to you just how far you can go when you stop accepting the limits others have placed on you. Your life is not meant to be lived within a box confined by boundaries that don't truly exist. The world will tell you that there are limits to what you can do, but the truth is, you are limitless. The potential within you knows no bounds. Every barrier you encounter is simply an opportunity to prove to yourself that you can overcome it, to expand your vision and to go even further than you thought possible. No matter where you are in life, no matter what challenges you face, remember that the only true limit is the one you impose upon yourself. Your future is wide open and is waiting for you to step into it without hesitation, without fear, and without limits. The only question that remains is, how far are you willing to go? Vision is the driving force that propels us toward our future. It is not just a wish or a fleeting hope, but a clear and compelling picture of what is possible for your life. Vision acts as a guiding light that illuminates the path before you. even in times of uncertainty or darkness. It is more than just a mental image. It is the heartbeat of your purpose, the thing that stirs your soul and pushes you to move forward no matter what. A person without vision is like a ship adrift on the open sea, aimlessly floating with no direction or destination. But with vision, you become the captain of your own journey, knowing exactly where you're going, even if you don't yet have all the answers on how to get there. Vision is the foundation of success. Everything that has ever been achieved, from the smallest personal victory to the greatest feats of human accomplishment, began with a vision. The vision to build, to create, to solve problems, or to make the world a better place. Every inventor, every entrepreneur, every leader, and every person who has ever achieved something remarkable first saw it in their mind's eye before it became a reality. They saw what could be, and because they had a clear vision, they were able to turn that vision into something tangible. It's not enough to simply dream. Vision requires clarity and action. It's the picture of your future that drives you to take the steps necessary to bring it into being. The power of vision lies in its ability to keep you focused and motivated, especially when obstacles arise. Life will always present challenges, and the journey toward your vision may not be easy. But a strong vision gives you the perseverance to keep going, even when the road gets tough. When you face setbacks, when things don't go as planned, your vision serves as the reminder of what you're working toward. It helps you stay grounded in your purpose and reminds you that the temporary discomfort or difficulty is worth the long-term reward. People who achieve extraordinary things are not immune to failure or hardship. They simply have a vision that is bigger than their circumstance. Vision also allows you to rise above the limitations of your current reality. It challenges you to see beyond what is and to begin to believe in what could be. Too often, we allow our present conditions to define our future. We look at what we have now and we base our dreams on what seems achievable in the here and now. But vision invites you to think bigger. It encourages you to imagine what is possible when you push past the boundaries of your current understanding, skills, and resources. When you begin to see beyond your current reality, you unlock the potential to achieve things that once seemed impossible. Another remarkable power of vision is its ability to align your actions with your purpose. When you have a clear vision, every decision you make becomes a step in the direction of your goals. You start to evaluate opportunities, people, and situations through the lens of your vision. Instead of making decisions based on fear, doubt, or the approval of others, you make choices that align with where you want to go. Vision acts as a filter for your life. It keeps you focused on what matters and helps you avoid distractions that would lead you away from your true calling. When your vision is clear, your purpose becomes clearer, and your actions become more intentional. Every day becomes an opportunity to move one step closer to the life you envision. The beauty of vision is that it isn't bound by the limitations of the present moment. It isn't constrained by what you currently have or what others think is possible. Vision allows you to tap into the vastness of your imagination and to dream beyond the immediate. It's the ability to see something before it exists, to believe in a future that hasn't yet come into being, and to have the courage to step toward it. Dream. This is why vision is so powerful. It is not just a reflection of your current state, but a projection of the future that you are committed to creating. It transcends your current limitations and becomes the force that pushes you to stretch, grow, and evolve. Vision has the power to inspire and unite. When you have a clear, compelling vision, it's contagious. It spreads to those around you, inspiring them to believe in what is possible. People are drawn to a person with vision because they're attracted to the certainty and the passion that person embodies. A strong vision doesn't just change your life. It has the potential to change the lives of others as well. It becomes a force that pulls people together, a rallying point for those who share in that vision or who believe in its potential. Vision is a powerful tool for leadership as it empowers others to see a greater future, to believe in a shared purpose, and to work towards something greater than themselves. In many ways, vision is a spiritual force. It connects you to a higher calling, something beyond yourself, and enables you to see the world through a lens of possibility. It is the ability to see what others cannot see, to trust in a reality that has not yet materialized, and to take action with the faith that you will get there. Your vision reflects your deepest desires, your purpose, and your belief in the limitless potential of life. It is a living, breathing force that propels you forward. When you embrace the power of vision, you stop living by default. You stop being pushed and pulled by the currents of life, reacting to circumstances as they come. Instead, you take control of your journey. Your vision becomes the anchor in a world full of uncertainty. It gives you direction, purpose, and the courage to face whatever challenges may arise. It inspires you to push beyond what you thought possible, to take risks, and to step into a future that is waiting for you to claim it. Vision is the most powerful tool you can use to shape your life. It is the spark that ignites the fire of possibility and guides you to a future beyond what you can even imagine. It is the map that leads you to your destiny. Taking ownership of your life is a transformative shift from living passively to living intentionally. It's a decision to stop waiting for things to happen or for someone else to take control of your circumstances. Instead, it's the commitment to recognize that you are the captain of your own ship, the author of your own story. Ownership is about taking full responsibility for your actions, your decisions, and the direction your life is heading. It's about understanding that you have the power to shape your future, regardless of your past or present conditions. Too often, we fall into the trap of blaming external forces, our environment, our upbringing, other people, when things don't go the way we hope. We look for reasons outside of ourselves to explain why we haven't reached our full potential or why we haven't achieved the things we desire. The truth is, while circumstances do play a role, it is how you respond to those circumstances that defines your life. When you take ownership, you stop being a victim of your circumstances. You realize that the power to change your situation is always within your grasp. It's not about waiting for the perfect time or the perfect set of circumstances. It's about understanding that you have the ability to create your own opportunities and make your own decisions. Taking ownership means you no longer allow fear, doubt, or procrastination to control your actions. You recognize that these feelings are natural, but they are not your master. You take responsibility for pushing through them. Instead of waiting for someone else to give you permission to pursue your dreams, you take the initiative to make them a reality. You are no longer at the mercy of external validation or external circumstances. Instead, you take full responsibility for moving forward, even when the road is uncertain. When you take ownership of your life, you also take ownership of your choices. Life is a series of decisions, and each decision shapes your future. The way you choose to respond to situations, the people you choose to associate with, the mindset you choose to adopt, these are all decisions that determine the path you take. It's easy to blame others or to claim that you didn't have a choice. But the reality is that you always have a choice. Even in difficult situations, you have the power to choose how you will respond. By taking ownership of your choices, you empower yourself to steer your life in the direction you want. You stop being reactive and become proactive. This ownership also extends to your growth. If you want to become the person you are destined to be, you must take responsibility for your personal development. It's not enough to wait for someone else to teach you or to give you the skills you need to succeed. You must actively pursue growth. Whether that means learning new things, challenging yourself, or seeking out opportunities to develop. You own your development by being committed to improvement, by investing in yourself, and by seeking the wisdom, knowledge, and experiences that will take you to the next level. Taking ownership of your life also means embracing your past without letting it define you. So many people are held back by past mistakes, regrets, or failures. They allow their history to dictate their future, believing that because they have made mistakes or faced setbacks, they are somehow less capable of achieving greatness. But true ownership means acknowledging your past for what it is, part of your journey, but refusing to let it limit your future. You recognize that failure is not final unless you choose to make it so. Each mistake or setback is a lesson to be learned, a stepping stone on the path to success. When you own your past, you free yourself from its grip. You take the lessons from it, apply them, and move forward with greater wisdom and strength. There's also a profound responsibility that comes with owning your life. The responsibility to choose what you will believe about yourself. So often, people are shaped by the opinions and expectations of others. They live to meet the standards set by society, family, or peers. They adopt limiting beliefs about their abilities and potential, believing they are not worthy, capable, or deserving of greatness. But when you take ownership of your life, you take full responsibility for what you believe about yourself. You choose to believe that you are worthy of success, capable of achieving greatness, and deserving of the life you envision. By owning your beliefs, you free yourself from the limitations that others might try to place on you, and you begin to shape your reality based on your own conviction. Ownership also means acknowledging the role that discipline and consistency play in your life. It's easy to dream big and feel inspired when you think about the future, but real transformation happens through daily actions. Success is not about grand gestures or monumental shifts. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and remaining committed even when it's difficult. When you take ownership, you stop waiting for motivation to strike. You understand that motivation is fleeting, but discipline is what leads to long-term success. Ownership means committing to the process, no matter how slow or challenging it may seem, and trusting that your consistent effort will eventually yield the results you desire. When you take ownership of your life, you take ownership of your relationships. Relationships are not simply about being passive participants. Whether it's with your family, friends, colleagues, or romantic partners, you must take responsibility for the quality of the relationships you build. This means being proactive in communication, being accountable for your actions, and ensuring that your interactions are based on respect, trust, and care. Taking ownership of your relationships means being an active contributor, creating an environment of love, understanding, and mutual growth. When you take ownership of your life, you embrace the power that lies within you. You stop waiting for someone to save you or to hand you opportunities. You recognize that everything you need to create the life you desire is already inside of you, and that you have the ability to make it happen. It's a mindset shift, a powerful decision to stop being a passive observer of your life and to start being the active creator of it. Taking ownership means recognizing that your life is yours and no one else's to shape. When you step into that truth, when you fully embrace the responsibility and the power that comes with owning your life, there is nothing that can stop you from becoming the person you are meant to be. Fear is one of the most powerful forces that can hold us back from living the life we were meant to live. It creeps into our thoughts and paralyzes us with the illusion that we are not enough, that we are not capable, or that we will fail if we step outside of our comfort zones. But fear is not a force to be feared. It is something to be understood and confronted. When you allow fear to control you, it keeps you trapped in a cycle of hesitation, doubt, and inaction. But when you face fear head on and learn how to overcome it, you unlock your true potential and open the door to limitless possibilities. The first thing to understand about fear is that it is a natural part of being human. Everyone experiences fear, whether it's the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, or the fear of the unknown. It is not something that only happens to the weak or the unprepared. In fact, fear can be a sign that you are about to step into something greater than yourself. It means you are pushing past the boundaries of what you've known and stepping into a realm of growth and possibility. Fear becomes a problem only when we allow it to dictate our decisions, to stop us from moving forward and to keep us small. One of the most powerful ways to overcome fear is to change your perspective on it. Instead of seeing fear as something to avoid, see it as a signal that you're on the verge of something important. Fear often appears when we are stretching beyond our current limits, when we are on the brink of a breakthrough. This is when growth happens. When you start to view fear as a sign of progress, rather than something that should stop you, you change your relationship with it. Fear becomes something to embrace, not something to run away from. Another crucial element in overcoming fear is taking action, even in the face of it. Many people wait for the fear to disappear before they act, but the truth is, fear rarely disappears on its own. It's easy to think that we will act once we feel confident, but confidence comes only after we take action. The more you do the thing that scares you, the more you realize that fear has no real power over you. Every time you step forward, despite your fear, you build resilience and courage. Each small step you take toward overcoming fear strengthens your ability to handle future challenges. You begin to realize that fear is not as powerful as you once thought. It only has control over you when you allow it to stop you from moving forward. One of the most limiting aspects of fear is the stories we tell ourselves. We create elaborate narratives in our minds about what could go wrong, about how we might fail, or how others might judge us. These stories often have no basis in reality. They are simply products of our imagination. But the more we dwell on them, the more real they feel. The key to overcoming fear is to change the narrative. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, shift your focus to what could go right. Instead of imagining failure, imagine success. Instead of believing that you are not enough, remind yourself of your strengths and abilities. When you change the way you think about fear, you change the way you experience it. Fear also thrives in uncertainty. When we don't know what to expect or we feel out of control, fear can overwhelm us. This is why it's important to take control of what you can. Even facing the unknown, take ownership of your mindset, your actions, and your attitude. You can't control every outcome, but you can control how you respond. When you approach fear with a sense of calm and confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way, fear loses its grip on you. You may not know all the answers, but trust that you are capable of navigating whatever challenges arise. Another essential aspect of overcoming fear is to recognize that fear often comes from a place of self-doubt. Many times we are afraid not because of the situation itself, but because we don't believe in our own ability to handle it. Fear feeds on the belief that we are not enough or that we are not equipped for the challenges ahead. To overcome fear, you must first strengthen your belief in yourself. Remember all the times you have faced difficult situations before and emerged stronger. Recognize your strengths, talent, and resilience. The more you trust in your own abilities, the less power fear will have over you. It's also important to understand that fear doesn't have to be eradicated in order for you to move forward. Fear is often a companion on the road to success. It doesn't disappear, but you can learn to move forward despite it. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to act in the presence of fear. When you choose to act, even when you are afraid, you discover a new strength within yourself. Each time you face fear and choose to move forward, you increase your capacity to handle even greater challenges. Sometimes overcoming fear means taking small incremental steps. If you're afraid to take a big leap, start by taking smaller actions that move you in the right direction. These steps will help you build confidence and momentum. Over time, you will look back and realize that you've made significant progress, even though you didn't take giant leaps. By consistently taking action, no matter how small, you dismantle the power that fear has over you. Support from others can also be an important tool in overcoming fear. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, encourage you, and believe in your ability to succeed. Having a support system can help you push through moments of doubt and remind you that you are not alone in your struggles. Sometimes just knowing that someone else believes in you can give you the strength to move forward. Overcoming fear requires a shift in mindset. It requires seeing fear as something temporary, not as a permanent barrier. It requires taking action even when you don't feel ready, trusting that you can handle whatever comes your way. It requires choosing to believe in yourself, changing the stories you tell yourself, and stepping into the unknown with courage. Fear will always be a part of life, but it doesn't have to control you. When you choose to face it, to move forward in spite of it, and to trust in your own abilities, you will find that the things you once feared are the very things that propel you toward your greatest potential. The power of decision is one of the most underappreciated forces in life. Every moment of our existence is shaped by the decisions we make, whether consciously or unconsciously. It is in the act of making a decision that we determine the course of our lives. The decisions we make today are the seeds of tomorrow's outcomes. Often we fail to realize just how profound our choices can be, how much control we truly have in shaping our destiny. When you make a decision, you are not simply choosing an action, you are choosing a direction. A decision is a point of no return. Once you commit, you have chosen a path, and that path leads you somewhere. The strength of your decision determines the power of that path. The power of decision lies in its ability to cut through the clutter of indecision and doubt, to create clarity and focus, and to propel you toward your goals. Without decisions, there is no movement. You remain stagnant, paralyzed by the uncertainty of what might happen next. But when you decide, you open the door to possibility and put yourself on a trajectory towards something greater. One of the reasons that decision making is so powerful is because it is an expression of personal responsibility. When you make a decision, you take full ownership of the consequences that come with it. You acknowledge that you are in control of your life and that you are the one who determines what happens next. This sense of responsibility is empowering. It puts you in the driver's seat of your own life. When you understand that your decisions are shaping your future, you begin to make them with greater care, clarity, and conviction. Many people spend their lives waiting for the right moment to act, believing that if they wait long enough, the perfect circumstances will align. But the truth is, the right moment rarely arrives on its own. If you wait for all the signs to line up perfectly, you could be waiting forever. Sometimes the power of decision lies in making a move even when the conditions aren't perfect, even when you don't have all the answers, and even when the future feels uncertain. You don't need to know everything, but you need to decide. The decision itself is the key that unlocks the door to your next opportunity. In many ways, the decisions we make today are a direct reflection of our beliefs about who we are and what we are capable of. The quality of your decisions is often determined by the way you see yourself. If you believe you are worthy of success, worthy of happiness, and capable of achieving great things, you make decisions that reflect that belief. You will make choices that align with your vision for your life, and you will move forward with confidence. But if you believe that you are not capable, that you are undeserving, or that failure is inevitable, your decisions will be guided by those limiting beliefs. You may make choices based on fear, doubt, or a sense of inadequacy. This is why personal growth is so deeply tied to the ability to make powerful decisions. When you grow in self-belief and clarity, your decisions become clearer and more aligned with your purpose. The power of decision also lies in its ability to cut through the noise of external influences. Every day we are bombarded with advice, opinions, and suggestions from others. People will tell you what to do, how to think, and what you should want for your life. But the truth is, no one else can decide what is best for you. Only you know what truly matters to you, what drives you, and what aligns with your values. When you learn to trust your own judgment and make decisions based on your own internal compass, you tap into a deeper well of personal power. Your decisions become less influenced by the opinions of others and more aligned with your own vision for your life. Making powerful decisions also requires a level of courage. Every decision carries some risk, and often the fear of making the wrong choice can paralyze us. We fear failure, rejection, and the consequences of a poor decision. But what we fail to recognize is that indecision is often more costly than making a choice. The longer we delay, the more opportunities we miss. The longer we remain on the sidelines, the harder it becomes to take action. When you make a decision, you are committing to a course of action. And that commitment is what gives you the courage to move forward. Even if things don't go as planned, the decision gives you the clarity to course correct and the momentum to keep moving. The power of decision also goes hand in hand with the principle of persistence. Once you make a decision, you must stand by it and see it through, even when challenges arise. Decision making is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process. Every day you make small decisions that add up over time, shaping the direction of your life. The key is not to make the perfect decision every time, but to remain committed to your decisions and to keep moving forward with purpose. Each decision you make becomes a building block for the next. As you develop the habit of making intentional, focused decisions, you begin to see the ripple effect that they have on your life. The more you make decisions, the better you become at making them. You develop confidence in your ability to choose the right course of action, and you build a track record of success that reinforces your belief in your own judgment. Making decisions also involves learning to embrace both success and failure. Every decision carries with it the possibility of success, but also the possibility of failure. And failure is not something to be feared. It is simply feedback. It is a sign that you have learned something, and it provides you with valuable lessons that will guide your future decisions. The more decisions you make, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the more equipped you become to make better decisions in the future. The power of decision is that it allows you to take control of your destiny. It is the starting point for creating the life you desire, for stepping into your potential, and for moving forward with confidence. When you make decisions with clarity and conviction, you move with purpose. You stop waiting for external forces to dictate your future, and instead, you create the future you want through the choices you make today. Your decisions, big or small, are shaping the story of your life. So choose wisely, choose boldly, and choose with the full understanding that your decisions hold the power to transform your life in ways you can only imagine. Embracing challenges is one of the most powerful ways to unlock your true potential and grow into the person you are meant to become. It is easy to seek comfort and avoid discomfort, but the truth is, growth does not happen in comfort. Growth happens in the face of adversity, in the moments when you are tested and stretched beyond your limits. Challenges are not obstacles. They are opportunities. They are the very things that push you to evolve, to break free from your limitations and to reach new heights. When you learn to embrace challenges, you embrace the opportunity to transform your life. The first step in embracing challenges is shifting your mindset. Too often we view challenges as something to fear or avoid. We see them as threats to our stability or our success. But the reality is that challenges are often the stepping stones to greatness. They are the moments that define us, the moments that allow us to show what we are truly capable of. When you shift your perspective and begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth, you begin to approach them with a sense of purpose and excitement rather than dread or hesitation. Challenges test your resilience. They ask you to dig deep, to find strength you didn't know you had, and to rise above your circumstances. It is easy to stay in the same place when things are going well, but it is through the struggle that you discover what you are truly made of. Each challenge you face strengthens your character and builds your capacity to handle whatever comes your way. Every time you overcome a challenge, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought possible. The more challenges you embrace, the stronger and more resilient you become. You begin to see challenges not as a burden, but as the fire that refines you. The crucible in which your true potential is forged. Embracing challenges also means becoming comfortable with uncertainty. When faced with a difficult situation, there are no guarantees. There is no blueprint for success, no clear roadmap that tells you exactly how to navigate the obstacles ahead. But this is where true growth occurs. It is in the unknown, in the unpredictability of life, that we find our greatest opportunities for self-discovery. Challenges force us to let go of the need for certainty and control and to embrace the process. They teach us to trust ourselves, to trust that we have the resources within us to handle whatever comes our way. The uncertainty may feel uncomfortable at first, but as you learn to navigate it, you develop confidence in your ability to handle any situation that life throws at you. Another powerful aspect of embracing challenges is the opportunity they provide for innovation and creativity. When you are faced with a problem, you are forced to think differently, to step outside the box, and to come up with new solutions. Challenges often require you to be more resourceful, to tap into skills and talents you may not have known you had. They push you to think in ways you never thought possible, to explore new possibilities, and to innovate in your approach. The more challenges you embrace, the more creative and resourceful you become. You learn that limitations are not something to be feared, but something to be overcome with ingenuity and persistence. Challenges are often the catalyst for change. They force us to reassess our goals, our beliefs, and our strategies. When things are easy, we tend to coast and take things for granted. But when faced with a challenge, we are forced to confront the areas of our lives that need improvement. A challenge can reveal your weaknesses, your blind spots, and the areas where you need to grow. Rather than avoiding these revelations, embracing them allows you to grow in ways that you wouldn't have been able to without that challenge. Challenges are mirrors. They reflect back to us the areas where we need to evolve, and they offer the opportunity to make the necessary changes to move forward. At the same time, challenges teach us the value of patience and persistence. In a world that often values instant gratification, challenges remind us that success is not always immediate. Progress is often slow and results take time. When you face challenges, you're reminded that the journey is just as important as the destination. It is in the process of working through a challenge, step by step, that you develop the perseverance needed to achieve long-term success. Challenges require you to stay the course, to keep moving forward even when the results are not immediately apparent. The ability to persist in the face of difficulty is one of the most valuable traits you can develop. And it is through embracing challenges that you cultivate this persistence. One of the most significant benefits of embracing challenges is the sense of accomplishment and fulfillment that comes from overcoming them. There is a deep sense of pride that comes from knowing you face something difficult and emerge victorious. This sense of achievement boosts your confidence and reinforces your belief in your own abilities. When you meet a challenge head-on and conquer it, you not only grow in strength, but also in self-belief. The more challenges you embrace, the more you build a track record of success, which fuels your motivation to tackle even greater challenges in the future. Embracing challenges also helps you develop a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. They do not view failure as an end, but as a part of the learning process. When you embrace challenges, you are training your mind to focus on progress rather than perfection, on effort rather than results. You learn to enjoy the process of growth and to value the lessons learned along the way. With each challenge you face, you develop a deep understanding of yourself, your abilities, and your potential. The truth is, life is full of challenges. They are inevitable. But rather than trying to avoid them or hoping that they will never come, it is far more powerful to embrace them. When you embrace challenges, you give yourself the opportunity to grow, to innovate, to learn, and to achieve. You step into your full potential and begin to unlock the greatness that lies within you. Challenges are not to be feared, but to be welcomed. For they are the very things that propel you toward becoming the person you are meant to be. Your legacy is not something that will be written for you after you're gone. It is something you are building every single day with your actions, your decisions, and the way you live your life. Legacy is the imprint you leave on the world, the way you impact those around you, the values you instill, and the contributions you make that endure beyond your own lifetime. It's easy to think of legacy as something distant, something that belongs to great leaders, world changers, or historical figures. But the truth is, your legacy is already in the making. It is shaped by how you show up, how you treat others, and how you choose to live your life right now. The most profound aspect of legacy is that it's not just about what you leave behind in material terms. It's not about the wealth you accumulate, the possessions you collect, or even the titles you hold. These things may fade with time. Your true legacy is found in the people you've touched, the values you've shared, and the ways you've helped others grow. It is in the love and wisdom you impart to those you interact with, whether it's your family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers. Every day you are leaving a mark on the world, shaping the lives of others, and inspiring them in ways you may never even fully realize. Your legacy is also defined by the example you set. People remember how you made them feel, how you treated them, and how you handled life's challenges. If you want to leave a legacy of kindness, compassion, and integrity, you must live those values every day. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, and every moment of patience is a building block for the legacy you are creating. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about making choices that align with the kind of legacy you want to leave. The power of legacy lies in its ability to live on long after you're gone. The lessons you impart to those around you can ripple through generations. The way you live your life can influence how your children, your friends, your community, and even strangers live theirs. You may never see the full impact of your actions, but the truth is that the legacy you leave can continue to shape the world in ways you never imagined. When you choose to live with purpose, with integrity, and with a commitment to making the world a better place, you are planting seeds that will grow long after you've moved on. The key to building a meaningful legacy is living intentionally. It is about being clear on your values, your purpose, and your vision for your life. What do you want to stand for? What do you want people to remember you for? Your legacy is the sum of the choices you make today, and those choices are rooted in your beliefs and intentions. If you want to leave a legacy of generosity, you must choose to live generously. If you want to leave a legacy of courage, you must face your fears and take bold actions, even when it's hard. Every day, you are crafting the story of your life. And that story will be part of the legacy you leave behind. Living with purpose means thinking beyond yourself. It means considering how your actions and your choices affect others. How can you contribute to the world in a way that leaves it better than you found it? How can you empower others, uplift them, and inspire them to pursue their own greatness? Your legacy is not just about what you achieve. It's about what you help others achieve as well. True legacy is about lifting others up, making space for them to grow, and encouraging them to step into their own potential. One of the most powerful ways to build a lasting legacy is through the relationships you cultivate, the bonds you form with others. Whether with family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers, are often the most enduring part of your legacy. It is the relationships that nourish, support, and challenge others that leave a lasting impact. How you show up for the people in your life, how you listen, how you care, and how you love will often define how you are remembered. In the end, it is not what you accumulate, but who you build up that truly matters. A legacy is not a one-time act, but a lifelong commitment. It's built in the small moments, the daily decisions, and the consistent patterns of behavior that define who you are. When you live intentionally, your actions become a reflection of your values. And over time, those actions begin to add up, into something far bigger than you can imagine. The more consistent you are in living your purpose and in being the person you aspire to be, the more your legacy grows. Another key component of legacy is the impact you make on your community and the world at large. It is easy to get caught up in our own lives, focusing on our immediate needs and goals. But when you broaden your focus and think about the larger picture, you begin to realize that you have the power to make a difference. Whether through your work, your advocacy, your volunteerism, or even just by the example you set, you can create a ripple effect that influences others and creates lasting change. The choices you make today can help to build a world that reflects the values and ideals you hold dear. Your legacy can inspire others to take action, to challenge injustice, and to push for positive change. Your legacy is not about living for the applause or recognition of others. It is not about seeking fame or accolades. True legacy is built on living in alignment with your purpose and values, regardless of whether anyone else notices. It's about being authentic and true to who you are, knowing that your impact, even if unseen by the world, matters in ways that are far more profound than recognition or praise. Living authentically creates a legacy that is real, lasting, and meaningful because it comes from a place of truth and genuine purpose. When you begin to think about your legacy, it can be easy to become overwhelmed, thinking that you need to accomplish monumental feats or make grand gestures. But legacy doesn't always have to be big or dramatic. In fact, some of the most powerful legacies are built through simple acts of kindness, love, and consistency. It's about being present in the lives of those who matter most to you and showing up in ways that reflect your values. It's about the quiet, everyday moments where you make a difference one person at a time. Your legacy is not something to be feared or something that can only be defined in hindsight. It is something that is being shaped in every decision you make, every relationship you build, and every challenge you face. When you live with purpose, when you treat others with respect, and when you contribute to the world in a meaningful way, you are leaving a legacy that will endure long after you're gone. The true measure of a life well lived is not in what you acquire, but in what you give, how you inspire, and the impact you have on others. When you live with the intention to build a lasting legacy, you create something far greater than yourself. A legacy that will live on for generations to come. The power of self-belief is one of the most transformative forces in a person's life. It's the internal compass that drives us toward our goals, the foundation upon which all success is built. Without self-belief, we are constantly hindered by doubt, insecurity, and fear. With it, we tap into a limitless potential that can move mountains, conquer obstacles, and create the life we desire. Believing in yourself is not just about confidence or a positive mindset. It's about trusting in your ability to navigate the challenges ahead, to learn from setbacks, and to keep moving forward regardless of what comes your way. Self-belief is often the difference between success and failure. Many times, opportunities arise, but it is our belief in ourselves that determines whether we seize them or let them pass us by. When we doubt ourselves, we hesitate. We second-guess our abilities and wonder if we are worthy of the opportunities placed before us. But when we believe in ourselves, we approach challenges with confidence and determination. We see potential rather than obstacles. It is this belief that pushes us to take action, to move beyond our fears, and to step into new territories, even when the outcome is uncertain. What makes self-belief so powerful is that it's not dependent on external validation. The world may not always recognize your efforts, and others may not always see the potential within you. But when you believe in yourself, you don't need external approval. You trust your own instincts, your own abilities, and your own vision. Self-belief is rooted in understanding that your value is not determined by others' opinions or the circumstances you find yourself in. It comes from within. It is knowing that no matter what happens, you have the strength, resilience, and creativity to handle whatever challenges arise. One of the most profound aspects of self-belief is its ability to fuel perseverance. Life is not a straight path, and no journey towards success is without its struggles. In fact, it's often the obstacles and setbacks that define our true potential. But self-belief gives you the ability to keep going when things get tough. When you believe in yourself, you know that failure is not an end, but a lesson, an opportunity for growth. Instead of quitting when things don't go as planned, you view every setback as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. It's this mindset of persistence, driven by self-belief, that separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up too soon. Self-belief is also deeply connected to our ability to set and pursue meaningful goals. When you believe in your own capabilities, you don't limit yourself to what you think is possible. You reach for goals that may seem out of reach, goals that challenge you to grow and expand. Believing in yourself means having the courage to pursue your dreams, no matter how audacious they may seem to others. It's about taking those first steps, even when the path is unclear, because you trust that you are capable of figuring it out along the way. This sense of possibility opens up a world of opportunities and motivates you to push through barriers that would otherwise feel insurmountable. But self-belief is not just about believing in your abilities when everything is going well. It's also about trusting in yourself when things aren't going as planned. During difficult times, when things feel uncertain and the future is unclear, self-belief is what keeps you grounded. It's a knowledge that even when you face adversity, you will find a way to overcome it. It's this belief that allows you to weather the storms of life, knowing that your strength, resilience, and ability to adapt will always guide you through. When you have self-belief, you understand that setbacks are temporary, and your journey will continue as long as you remain committed to it. An essential element of self-belief is understanding that you are enough. Many people struggle with feelings of inadequacy, believing that they need to be more, do more, or have more in order to succeed. But the truth is, you are enough as you are. You are equipped with the talents, skills, and qualities you need to achieve greatness. When you truly believe in yourself, you stop comparing yourself to others. You stop feeling like you have to prove yourself to the world. You realize that your worth is inherent. And success comes from tapping into your unique strengths and qualities. Self-belief means accepting who you are, embracing your imperfections, and trusting that you are capable of creating a life that reflects your true potential. The power of self-belief also lies in its ability to inspire others. When you believe in yourself, you lead by example. Your confidence becomes contagious, and those around you begin to believe in themselves as well. Your belief in your own potential encourages others to believe in theirs. People are inspired by individuals who take bold actions, who persevere despite challenges, and who trust themselves to create positive change. Self-belief doesn't just change your life, it can change the lives of those around you as your actions serve as a model for others to follow. Self-belief is not something that happens overnight. It is built over time through repeated acts of courage, by showing up for yourself every day and by making the choice to trust your instincts. The more you step outside of your comfort zone and take action despite fear or uncertainty, the more your self-belief grows. Every time you succeed, you reinforce your belief in your own abilities. And even when you fail, you learn, adapt, and become even stronger. It's a cycle of growth where each challenge you face strengthens your belief in your own capacity. Self-belief is also about setting healthy boundaries. When you believe in yourself, you know your worth and are not afraid to protect your time, energy, and peace of mind. You recognize that your well-being is important and you are not willing to sacrifice it for the approval or validation of others. Self-belief empowers you to say no when necessary, to prioritize your own needs, and to create space for the things that matter most to you. When you stand firm in your own beliefs and values, you attract the right people and opportunities into your life, and you repel those that do not align with your vision. The power of self-belief is that it allows you to take ownership of your life. It gives you the confidence to make decisions, take risks, and pursue your passions. It empowers you to take charge of your destiny, knowing that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. When you believe in yourself, you stop waiting for others to validate you or for circumstances to change. You take action, you create the opportunities you desire, and you become the person you've always dreamed of becoming. Self-belief is not just about trusting in your potential, it's about taking bold action toward the life you envision. It's the force that propels you forward, that fuels your passion, and that allows you to create a reality that is aligned with your deepest desires. The power of self-belief is the cornerstone of all achievement. It is the driving force that enables you to overcome challenges, push past limitations, and transform your dreams into reality. When you believe in yourself, you unlock a world of possibilities and discover a strength within you that you never knew existed. Remember, your belief in your own potential is not just a reflection of what you think you can do, but a declaration of what you are willing to become. It's about trusting that you have everything you need to succeed, right here and right now. So, as you move forward in life, don't wait for others to tell you your worth. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances. Stand firm in the knowledge that you are capable of greatness and take bold steps toward your goals. Know that self-belief is the foundation of all you will ever achieve. You have the power to shape your future, to break barriers, and to create the life you've always envisioned. Now, it's time to step into your potential. Believe in yourself, take action, and let nothing stop you from becoming the person you were always meant to be. Your journey starts with you, and it all begins with believing in the power within you.